Hello and welcome back, everyone, to our extremely belated Halloween game. My name is Mitzvah Rose, and I'll be your DM for the day. And with that, let's go ahead and introduce our characters, starting from the top. Bear, that's you.
Sorry. I did not know what you meant by the top.
Sorry,
Hi,
it happens every
I am
time.
Vegan Bear, and I am... Hi, I am Vegan Bear, and I will be playing as Benjamin Sickle.
Woo!
Woo! Alright, hello. My name is Artist of Obsessions, and today I'm going to be playing Tally Mark. Oh boy.
Isn't that the truth?
Oh boy.
Hi, I'm Mira Sora Stone, also known as Mira. I will be playing Sammy Jax.
All right. Well, I guess it's time to jump right into our murder mystery. And remember, beware of varying levels of angst. Time for another monologue on my part. We find ourselves back in the stuffy office, present day. A dog and a human are sitting across from each other, the Toon having just finished explaining exactly how his random group managed to get themselves into such a mess. The guardswoman leans across the table, frowning at the guard dog across from her. So, you just let these kids go off in an attempt to apprehend the criminal? Billy Barkson, true to form, scowls right back. They weren't alone. I was with them. Don't give me that look. You have to realize that these kids are stubborn as all. You've never met Koda. And Sammy, well, he had a good reason to be nervous. But Ben's just got that look about him, yeah? He caught wind of something big, and he had to be part of it. Hell if I know the reasoning, but I could tell that much from just his reaction. Tally, poor girl, just got dragged into all of this. Billy looks away, tapping his cigar against his chair. The guardswoman's frown deepens when he does so. I assure you, I showed the utmost restraint. I was extremely professional. But there wasn't much I could do when they saw what was left of her outline. Should have been better about warning him off, but I thought the guard left the tape up to do that for me, you know? Didn't know they took it down when they left. Thought I could just leave at my leisure. Didn't expect 3 different people to conveniently show up. Might have got a little nervous when I recognized 2 of them. Sammy and Koda really do have the worst luck, and I had no pecking clue what to do with Ben. Tried to scare him off. Probably could have done more for that considering. Then I caught a scent. Maybe I let Squig slip at some point, but whatever I smelled was awful close to that. And there was a ton of this stuff when I found Tally. Though, it didn't have that underlying substance, just that weird cover-up scent they use, you know? So you can imagine my embarrassment when I realized my mistake. Never known my nose to be wrong like that before. Real unfortunate that she stumbled across this stash of peck knows what. I see. You do realize you don't actually have the authority to bring anyone in. I know that. I was just trying to scare him off. I told you I didn't smell any of them at the crime scene before. I just didn't want these kids to get in trouble over nothing. Right. Well, carry on, I suppose. Yeah, sure, fine. Where was... Right, I just agreed to help those brats. As the scene fades back into the black and white noir tones of our story, Billy's seen reluctantly leading the group back to the crime scene, scowl ever present. And that brings us to our story.
So
Round of
we begin.
applause.
Mm-hmm.
That was a great intro.
Thank you. Hope that covered everything, but... Alright. So, remind me, kids, what have you gathered from this? You might want to fill Tally in, too. I can't believe I'm doing this. As he says this, a lot of you have, as stated, returned to the scene of the crime, where there's just that white on the ground. Otherwise, it's just a normal alleyway as far as you can tell at first glance.
Well, I've seen a lot of Toons around town, but never seen one with such a unique silhouette as this one, I can tell you that.
Fair enough.
Is it okay if we roll? Is it okay if would we roll perception or investigation?
Both work in this case. They gave you 2 different things.
Right.
Maybe history?
In this case, if you wanted history,
Maybe.
you'd probably have to go straight intelligence, but I'd need to know what you're asking for.
Never mind then, no.
Alright.
I think Tally's just gonna do a straight up perception check
Okay.
thing.
But yeah, Tally has no clue what's going on other than crime scene, so
I'm gonna
Yeah.
first do a perception because otherwise it's a straight D20.
Oh boy. Tally
Oh,
got a
wow.
13 for
Finally!
perception.
Okay.
Wow.
That's progress. What were you rolling for, Mira?
Considering last game I was rolling for perception
Oh,
because
perfect. And Abby?
it's
I
Abby,
got a 13 for Tally doing perception.
both you
Hello?
percepting. Yeah, good. All right. Okay,
Okay.
so with that perception, you actually both notice that it smells faintly like pine. It's a bit weird considering that there isn't a tree in sight. But Mira, you notice something else. You notice that there are small green or really evergreen splotches on the ground around the white outline, here and there scattered about. Oh, Bear, am I coming through?
Now you are, but I missed the parts of what they saw through perception and little bits and pieces that were lying around.
Oh, okay. So I'll repeat it. Both of them notice that it smells faintly like pine, which is weird because it's a city. And what Mir in particular noticed with such a good roll is that there's little evergreen splotches. You can't really tell what, but evergreen splotches around the white outline on the floor.
Ooh.
Sammy's gonna kind of go by it and kind of like kneel to kind of take a closer look at the splotches and then go, Billy? I think
Sorry, go ahead.
there's something weird with the outline. There's some, I don't know if it's whatever they got them with or if it's a byproduct.
Billy
But
goes over to Sammy, but over his shoulder he says to Benji to fill in Tally, would ya? Kid doesn't know anything more than this is tree shaped. So
Will do.
he squats down next to Sammy, eyeing the green that's been pointed out, and huffs a bit. Well, I can't say for certain, but well, I know what it smells like. It smells like holly.
What's it smell like?
Holly?
Oh yeah,
Like
I didn't go over that.
animus holly?
Not quite. Well, you see, her name was Holly. Holly M. Side. You didn't know her, did you?
Doesn't ring a bell.
And Tally shakes her head no.
I will let Ben roll intelligence to see if he does know her. Considering he's been around.
Yeah.
Bear?
Bear?
Bear, can you hear us?
Sorry. Yeah. You kind of started to cut out again for me, so.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Is it your internet?
I'm not sure. It says it's perfectly fine.
Well, let's try again. What'd you last hear?
What did I last hear?
Yeah.
All I heard was that Polly.
Polly? Polly want a cracker?
I think they meant Holly.
Oh,
I
Holly.
don't mind.
Holly. Okay, I'm sorry.
Polly or
Yeah.
Holly.
Okay. Shoot, what I say? Oh, okay. I said her name was Holly. Holly inside. You didn't know her, did you? And I was saying that if you want, you can roll to figure out if you did know her. It'd be a straight intelligence check. But the other two...
So
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm going to roll for it. So for my intelligence, I'm looking at my character sheet to find it.
If it's a terrible roll, I will allow one other person to roll, and I don't recommend it's Koda.
It's a 14.
14, not bad. Not great, but not bad. It only gives you part of the information. If someone wants to roll, they can go ahead. But with that roll, I can tell you that Ben does recognize the name. But I'm also going to give you, because you've probably been staring at the outline this whole time, you can gather from the outline that she was a UPAan, and you have heard of Holly's Flower Shop. It's near the Mississippi River, but you can't remember where exactly. So
Is it okay if
UPAan.
Sammy rolls?
If Sammy's, go ahead, yeah.
That's gonna be a
Miss
straight
Polly.
20.
Polly,
Oh,
I
16.
don't know much, but I do remember she used to have a flower shop. Smelled very nice. It was down near a river. Don't remember which one.
All right.
Oh, there's so many.
Mira gets a little more information. Sammy, on further contemplation, realizes that he's actually met this tune before. She's a tree-shaped UPAN, as previously stated, and she's primarily green in color, but with some red and white spots along her person. Holly owns, or rather owned, a flower shop west of the Mississippi River. Sammy can also remember that it sold wonderful garlands.
Billy, when you say it smells like Holly,
I wasn't kidding, kid.
is
That's
it some
ink.
of their blood?
That's ink.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Sammy kind of reaches over and rubs his wrist a little. And his color is a faint purple.
Again, the only color in the area is Sammy's shading. When Sammy does that, Cody flutters down for whatever perch he's been on. He's been keeping a lookout, and perches on Sammy's shoulder and gives him a little pat.
Oh.
Thanks, Koda.
So, you know this guy? Gal? Whatever? Koda kind of stutters, like broken up.
I've met her a few times, just looking at the flowers. She made really pretty garlands.
Oh no, my phone
Please
died. Why? All my notes.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Oh boy.
Oh no!
Charge it quick.
Why?
Do you have your charger? Can you
It's
charge
charging.
it real quick?
Why isn't it charging? It's charging though.
Oh no!
It's not
Oh, boy.
charging. Okay, I have.
no.
Give me a minute. I'm gonna have to switch between tabs more, but I have it on my computer.
Oh, good.
Okay.
Okay.
Good. That's good.
Oh, honestly, this game is cursed.
It is.
It is. Oh
My
my
phone
goodness.
is plugged in. I swear, I am holding it.
difficulties right now.
Oh my god.
This is the wrath of the gods for the belated
Halloween game. It's so far past Halloween now. Oh, Misfortune
golly.
hates me.
This is the curse of the gods. Commercial break.
Misfortune. What have I done to anger you, Misfortune, or perhaps gain your fortune? What have I done to please you?
Oh my gosh.
Oh gosh.
Oh,
I had a comeback too after you said that. Give me a minute. You're gonna have to repeat yourself. 1 second, I'm scrolling.
Sammy-
There we go.
It's okay. It's okay. Sammy kind of said, "Yeah, I just be looking at the flowers. She made really pretty garlands. I didn't know her that well, but she was nice. She didn't deserve this." And he kind of just gestures to her outline.
There's a bit of a
Wait,
pause.
Sorry.
I'll go ahead then. You can. There's a bit of a pause.
I wanted to know if Benjamin. Fudge.
I'm sorry. Here, let me quickly. There's a bit of a pause as Koda eyes the outline before glancing at Sammy and saying, "Halloween kill Christmas?"
Halloween kill Christmas?
What's a Christmas?
You shall never
Like
know.
Callie just kind of says that in the background. Like, isn't it called Animus? The holiday?
Koda
I
shrugs
think
in fourth
you're
wall.
misremembering. It's Animus,
Koda shrugs
not
in fourth
Christmas.
wall.
I don't know what Christmas is. There's a Chris with a must? What?
Can
I
Benjamin
couldn't
roll
resist.
again for intelligence, hearing a little bit from Sammy?
On the previous roll, I'm gonna have to say that's a no. Sorry.
Alrighty.
All right. So you've already done your perceptions and you've done your straight intelligence. That does leave, if you want, an investigation. There's not really much left,
I think,
but
like, in the background, as like they've been like perceiving like the outline of the body and stuff, Tally's just been getting kind of bored, you know, as kids do.
amazing.
And she's like starting to poke around in the trash cans and stuff. Like maybe there's something to find in there.
You want to roll for that?
Yeah, as just investigation.
Yeah, I think that's fair.
Boop.
Oh,
wow.
nice.
Ooh.
Not
Oh,
bad.
a straight D20, and she did real well.
You don't really find anything in particular, but you do find 3 gold.
No.
Oh, nice. Tally immediately pockets that and keeps it to herself because money is good.
Sammy kind of stands up from where he's crouched by the outline and just kind of stands up and like looks around the alleyway just to like see if he can spot anything else as his investigation, which is straight D20. Oh, 19.
Nice.
Let me see
Nice.
here. You don't really get anything else. You've gotten pretty much everything with that.
Okay.
At least everything I can give you.
Yeah. Sammy just kind of sighs and is like, I don't think we're gonna find anything else down here. Billy, is there anything else that... Have there been any more disappearances and where they've been last seen that you could point us towards?
Well, disappearances, huh? I don't know, kid. This is the last. I haven't been calling for any others recently.
Because what if... I have a really bad feeling that it might be Squig related.
You might be on the money.
I still don't know who that is. Tally just kind of pipes up from the background.
There's a rueful chuckle from Barkson. He goes, "That's exactly what Sammy said." Jeez, why did I ever have to bring that up?
We might as well just tell them if it really is Squig related, Barkson.
But the thing is, it's bad news. You know that. He turns to the group and just shrugs helplessly and says, "You've probably actually heard about it. And actually, Ben, you might have, I don't know, encountered it. You might not know the name though. If you want, you can go ahead and roll for it. Tally too, but she'll have disadvantage."
Am I rolling for pure
in this
intelligence
case,
again, or
yeah, it's straight intelligence for remembering.
All right.
alrighty?
I'll let Vegan roll first.
Alrighty. Oh no!
Yeah, it's escaping you. Yeah,
I'm
don't
not even-
go.
I
I
am
want
not
you to
even
roll
rolling
again.
a
I
second
want you to
time.
roll
That's a
again.
2.
Yeah, I want you to roll again, Abby.
Okay.
Oh, okay. Oh, if only it was in that one.
Benjamin has seen one too many faces to remember which one specifically.
Yeah, Abby still thinks it's a person, despite that, and Ben has no idea what they're even talking about. He's probably not even listening.
No, he's just spacing off, looking at Tally like, "Ooh, what you find there?"
Exactly.
Pocket.
Tally's just kind of like Tally's just kind of staring at Ben back. Like, she's just got, like, 1,000-year stare. Staring at this bird tune.
Yes, the
Benji
bird in the
noticing
hat.
her just kind of, like, starts to puff up a little.
Amazing. Billy just throws up his hands like, oh my god. Koda's snickering in the background. Alright, okay, fine. Kid, do you want to explain this?
Yeah, I'll... Tally... Benji, it's not a person. Yeah, I thought it was a person, too. It's a drug that they make. It's tied
Tally
to...
just kind of, like, lifts up a finger. And she just, like... It's obvious she's about to ask a question.
What is it, Tally?
What's a drug?
Oh my fucking
boy,
god.
Oh.
I'm doomed. We're all doomed. Oh, we're gonna get caught by the guard.
Benjamin just looks at Tally and is like, well, it's a substance that's like poison, but it doesn't kill you in little doses. It's complicated. It takes many different forms.
What the heck do you have on you, then?
I don't like that.
You why are you even
So,
here?
like... Me?
Yeah. Billy's just having a crisis right now. He's like, why is this child here? What is she, 5?
Look. Nobody knows. Not even Tally.
Billy's just having a crisis. It's drug, not dung. What's dung? Amazing Bear, you legends.
Well, if we're gonna be looking for where this person went, I
think, like, Tally's just kind of, like, staring down at the outline and just kind of poking it with her toe, because she doesn't really know what else to do.
Honestly, Koda's way ahead of you on that.
Is there, like...
He's smudging it.
They're like...
Oh, Koda, stop! Sammy grabs Koda and kind of starts chewing Tally away and, like, kind of actually tucks Tally to his legs and just kind of hefts Koda onto his shoulder and just, like...
Billy's covering his face with his paws. He's just... He can't.
Amazing.
This is supposed to be a serious moment in these kids.
I mean, they're tunes. What do you expect?
Yeah, but he's one of those serious tunes. Rare as they may be.
Mm-hmm. One of our straight men.
So true.
Alright.
But yeah.
Would we, is there anything to follow?
Like, Tally just kind of shrugs.
Koda, from, squirming in Sammy's grip, turns around and says, Ask Billy?
Billy, dude, have you been able to find any... I know your nose is really good. Have you found any... I mean, you were able to find Koda from Squeakers.
Heck yeah, I did.
Jackie.
Look, kid, I'll just be real with you. I'll tell you why I'm here in the first place, okay? Might as well just stop beating around the bush at this point. You're gonna need all the help you can get. Alright.
Yeah.
I was called in to smell the outline, yeah? The boys had to go for another case, so I said I'd take care of the rest. Like I was telling you before, I was just about done here, but I thought I recognized the area. This is near usual haunts, yeah? He looks at both you and Koda. Yeah, it is. Figured I wouldn't take any chances in getting you two involved in this, especially considering your scent around here is too old for you guys to have been here for the crime. So much for that. Well, as I was saying, You already know who this poor lady is, but and the guard. All I know is the guard gave me a few scent samples on possible victims. I confirmed who it was. Better safe than sorry. Don't want to guess on who the ally could have been when it could have been tampered with. But I mean, I didn't need it. The pine scents everywhere. But like, that's all I know. I just know that this girl, this poor lady, was a cartoon in the shape of an evergreen. But I can tell you that if we're gonna go somewhere, we should probably start, well, either looking at the police station or the guard station, but I do not recommend that. I'm not going to waltz right in there with a lot of you, knowing they could recognize you at any time. He's very clearly looking at Koda, who remains unapologetic, but he does give a side eye to Ben and Tally. Or we could investigate Holly's place. You said it was by the Mississippi River?
Yeah.
Well, there's the two options I can think of.
Background,
What if
Benjamin
we
is
go to the
off in
flower
the
shop
Yeah.
that you talked about?
Holly's place, yeah.
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 Let's go to Holly's.
Oh, thank goodness you're not
Yeah.
going to the... I could have
It looks
sworn you choose the
oh,
guard
no.
station.
He's like, oh no, I don't want to go to the police station. They'll recognize me. Like, he's across a lot of police tapes.
Oh boy.
and he just barges in and says, let's go to the flower shop. No need to visit the police.
Yeah, that gets a look from Billy. That gets such a look.
Trust me. Please.
I think like Tally kind of like looks up at Sammy and Koda for a second before she starts jogging to catch up with Benjamin.
Do you even know where you're going?
Benjamin. Wait, Benji, you're going the wrong way. And can Sammy roll survival to make sure that they don't actually get lost?
Yeah, sure. That's a perfect. That's a great idea.
Oh gosh.
Sorry, you guys cut out. All I heard was that Benjamin was leaving.
Yeah, and Tally followed, and Billy's all like, "Well, you know where you're going." So Sammy leads the way with a roll. With that roll, I'm gonna say.
Can I roll? Can I roll?
No, it's too late. With that roll, you've gone to the guard station.
No!
I can't believe this.
Oh,
Koda doesn't know if he should be laughing or not, but Billy's just exasperated.
Sammy got really turned around.
Is this the flower shop?
And like Tally's so confused.
Benjamin just is like,
the wrong place.
Benjamin is like, oh no, oh no.
All right, you want to try that again?
Yeah, let's. Sammy just kind of pivots on his heel. Should I roll again, or can we just say that we actually make it?
I want Ben to roll. I want or Tally. Ben or Tally can roll for survival.
I
might know a shortcut.
How about? I feel like Benjamin is going to be like gathering all his hands around everyone and going, nope, let's get out of here. Let's go to the actual flower shop.
I'm gonna roll for Tally too after Benjamin rolls.
Alrighty, I'm gonna roll. So what am I rolling for?
Survival. I'm amused. I want this to occur.
Survival, which, okay.
Okay.
17.
Okay.
Go Benji.
Well, when Tally tries to lead the party, she does get him a shortcut leading back to the crime scene, so that's progress. Ben leads them the rest of the way back to the Mississippi River. As they're walking, Billy has been talking a bit more about, explaining a bit more about Squig, considering so little was actually explained beyond that it's a drug. So, first of all, I'll do this before we arrive.
I think Tally is actually sticking close to somebody, because I'm imagining that they're crossing the river as they're like going over to wherever they're going.
Yeah, they're about to. They haven't quite gone there yet.
Okay, well, Tally is sticking very, very close to Sammy.
Yeah, Sammy can
river,
Sammy can hold
water.
Yeah. Oh, yeah,
no.
yeah. Sammy just kind of, his eyes widen, and he just kind of scoops Tally up.
Oh, it's
and
so
it's
cute.
just like,
So sad.
Nope.
Well,
Okay, you're here. You're with me. I'm not gonna let you fall in. It's gonna be
Koda's
okay.
flying above the two of them, kind of not quite getting it.
Thank
Have
you.
we already reached the river?
Not yet. I was gonna talk about Squig some more. So he tells them about how Squig is a drug, a liquid one that's being circulated on the streets of Einquell. Toons can't stand it, but real kind adore it. No one knows what's in it, but it's highly addictive. Even to Toonkind, who can, get over the taste and such. Let's see here. I'm trying to see what he would tell you. For Billy, he doesn't really know much more than that, other than that he's got a few theories, but he doesn't know for sure, other than that it smells weird, which is why he went after Tally in the first place. It smells really weird. But he knows whatever Tally had on her isn't the same, because there's this underlying scent, a very, very faint one, that he can't quite place, even despite his skills, in that regard.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that's about all he's willing to share at this point. Oh yeah, okay. But he does go over otherwise that he does have a few theories, because around the same time there have been some disappearances and murders, as you've noticed. And he gestures to Sammy to try and continue if he wants, but if not, I can go ahead.
Sammy just kind of nods and is just like, he doesn't really have any real things to add, except for the fact that it's scary what it's doing to the streets of Inkwell. It's like, he doesn't like it at all.
Ain't that the truth, kid? Well, I've got some thoughts, but I can't prove anything, so what do I know, right? I'm just a sniffer. Glorified hound dog, eh? Oh, look, we've arrived.
Oh.
With that lovely transition that I've come up with.
I've gotta say, Tally's zoned out. Tally's zoned out like a little kid who is trying to understand. So she just...
That's so cute.
Benjamin kind of looks at the water in disgust and pats down his shoulder feathers. He does not want them to get wet.
So yeah, the group arrives at the bridge, bridging the Mr. Zippy River. The water is oddly still, rippling every so often with a slight tension. But at least the ice is long gone by now, plenty of time having passed since that fateful game. So,
Yeah.
what shall you do?
Do we need to actually
All right.
cross the bridge to get to the flower shop, or are we at the flower shop?
Well, you're still at the river. You gotta, decide what you're doing.
To the
Like,
flower shop.
Is like the bridge like a big concrete bridge, or?
Oh yeah, it's sturdy. It's a concrete bridge.
Yeah.
Not
Okay,
a big
Benjamin
one,
kinda,
but
he runs into the lead.
he just
He kind of
runs.
runs into the lead. He wants to get this over as quickly as possible. He does not like water.
I'm gonna go ahead and roll for.
Well, he's not in water, but
Yeah, I'm gonna roll something for Billy. Let me double check that.
Oh boy.
boy.
Should we roll perception since we're
If you want, I'm gonna.
okay?
Okay. Oh,
Okay, that's 12.
okay. So both you and Billy notice something. A small wave breaks the water's surface near the edge closest to you, right before you cross the bridge. The river burbles, and the two of you can just barely see something white bobbing in the water, lifted up by the wave.
What is that? Billy, can you hold Tally? Sammy is going to dive into the river and see if he can grab it.
That reaction. Upon diving into the river, which thank goodness it's not freezing anymore, right? Upon diving into the river, you quickly realize that it's just a hat. A charming white one with a red trim.
Ooh.
Sammy just kind of looks at it like, okay, I kind of got wet for nothing, and swims back to the bank and puts the hat in his hammer space.
Kid, what the peck were you doing?
I thought I saw something.
Oh, you sure did. Here,
Sorry,
take it
water.
out. I want to see it.
Yes, sir. And he, since I did say he put it in his hammer space, I am gonna roll a d10.
Yes, please do.
No.
A fumble!
Is it fumble? Did you really? Oh my gosh.
I fumbled! I need to really quickly pull up Sammy's fumble sheet.
Do it.
One sec.
As that's happening, Billy's waiting, but Koda flies over to the river's edge where they, where the hat was.
Here it is. Okay.
I can't believe you fumbled getting a hat.
Okay, 19.
Wow.
Okay. Sammy pulls out a glitter bomb, and he looks at it, goes, wait, this isn't the hat. And then it explodes on his face, getting glitter
Billy
everywhere.
stumbles backwards. He's not getting it in his fur.
Oh gosh.
I'm gonna roll Dex. How close is Billy? How close was Billy?
I mean, he was getting it out of his hammer space to show Billy, so I think he might be in range. So yeah, roll
acrobatics
a Dex
time.
save.
Oh no! Just a little bit gets on his snout. He's got a sparkly snout now.
Okay.
Nah, fucking now.
Okay.
Imagine that Tally is just sitting on
Is that another
on
fumble?
Billy's shoulders.
Oh
yeah, I think that is another fumble.
I think it is, isn't it? Like,
because you have to get higher than 5.
Yeah, I think so.
4.
Billy is backing away.
Pulls out a block of cheese.
Billy's backing away so
a block
fast.
of cheese.
A block of cheese.
I'm just gonna make the assumption. I'm gonna make the assumption that it's rat time.
Yeah, he breaks it in two and then hands it to Squeakers and Jackie.
Jackie's a little far away from that for that, considering he's by Koda. But Billy is just so exasperated at this point. He is swatting at his nose. He thinks he inhaled some. He's not a happy camper.
Okay, this time he pulls out the hat again and gives it to
Finally. What about Benjamin? Did he already like cross the bridge and is now waiting for them at the other side?
Your choice.
I mean,
you did say you charged ahead.
I feel like he made it halfway when he heard Sammy go into the waters, and he's like, Sammy, what are you doing?
Billy starts
and
cursing.
From the distance, then just sees Billy with the glitter snoot.
Snoot.
And kind of breaks that into a giggle.
But yeah, Sammy hands Billy the hat that he found.
Billy does not trust this at first. He is slowly inching closer, like, is this another prank?
Oh, sorry, sir. I don't even know how the glitter bomb got in there. But here's the hat.
Amazing.
He kind of wrings it out.
All right. Well, Billy takes the hat and looks over it, but meanwhile, I'm gonna have Koda roll something.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
And why is it every time a DM rolls, you guys all immediately fear?
Because you're the DM.
Koda.
Because it's Koda. Honestly, that's fair.
What?
Oh no. Okay. -2. That's great.
Valid to fear.
That's great. I have a -2. Yeah, Koda's just kind of scrabbling around on the floor. You can't really. It's kind of weird.
Koda, what are you doing?
Looking
for clues?
Sure. He was looking when Glitter Snoot occurred. He laughed at that, of course. But he looks over again and sees the hat, and he points to that and he says, "Maybe fight."
Oh,
And like Tally kind of perks up at the idea of like, hey, we're looking for things now? Okay, I guess that's something we can do on this bridge. And Tally just kind of like carefully climbs off of Billy's shoulders. And I guess she's just
She
gonna
was
start
on
straight
Billy's
up helping.
shoulders? Was she? That's so cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't
Yes.
know. That's so cute. So basically, Billy is censoring himself while cursing, and like he's doing Grolix, and also he's being very careful to remain upright while still slapping at his own nose. That's the image here, because he doesn't want to topple
Good.
Tally.
Adorable.
Benjamin seeing that
Should
the
I
delay.
roll?
Sorry, Benjamin kind of sees the delay
Investigation?
that nobody is coming and kind of runs back to them and says, "What are you doing, guys?"
we're looking for things.
I saw a hat
Cause like,
in
what if
the
there's
water.
clues and stuff?
So that's what you jumped into the water for. I thought you
Yeah,
were insane.
Koda's laughing.
Sometimes I wonder if I do.
Koda's laughing.
I don't know, maybe not jump into the water?
Billy,
That's the suggestion.
can you smell anything despite the glitter in your nose?
That's a no.
Oh, sorry, Billy. Do you recognize the hat at all?
Heck no. Ugh.
Can I roll
I mean, I smell like glitter for
investigation
weeks.
check for Tally?
If you go to Koda, sure. Otherwise, yeah, I guess. I mean, you won't get too much.
Yeah, Tally's gonna go help Koda with investigation, so I'm gonna roll. Boop. No.
You're also in the dirt, but this time you end up covering yourself in it. It's kind of cute actually in a weird way. Like you're just coated in dirt now, and Koda's laughing at you.
Oh gosh.
It's kind of embarrassing, but
Tally
cute.
just kind of like gives Koda a look, like a little glare.
The river actually splashes you and gets the dirt off, but now you're wet.
Aww,
It burbles and
Tally's
it burbles.
cold now, and now she's upset.
No.
It burbles in humor.
Tally just gives the river a look. She gives the river a look.
I don't think we're gonna find anything else.
And like you kind of see Tally raise up an arm, and you can't really tell because her hand is covered by her oversized sleeve, but she's absolutely flipping the river off.
You know, Billy would be so disappointed if he could see. Or amused. Honestly, Billy might be proud at the same time. It's kind of weird.
I'm sorry, space out. What happened?
Tally flipped off the river.
Basically, Tally's flipping off the river. Sammy just
Benjamin-
kind of,
Benjamin agrees with Tally.
come on, guys. Koda, Tally, we should probably we need to check out the flower shop. I don't think we're gonna find anything else here.
Yeah.
Billy has no complaints. He walks across the river. Koda's just flying behind the group. He's bored of this already.
Mm-hmm.
He's
Benjamin
done looking.
sticks close to them because Benjamin sticks close. Again, as I've said, he does not like the river and does not like that he's on a bridge that's over a river.
Yeah, so Sammy heads over with the group to hopefully find the flower shop.
Probably.
Yeah.
Koda's muttering something or other under breath. Something that sounds kind of like not a fight. Lost hat.
No. Yeah.
He seems confused also why
someone
anyone
lost
wears
the
such a
hat.
gaudy hat. I mean, it's actually a nice looking hat, but he thinks it's ugly.
Sammy just kind of laughs at Koda's muttering.
All right. So
Wait, who has the hat?
Billy, but he's
Real quick, who has the hat?
Yeah.
Billy has the hat.
Can I roll sleight of hand?
Go ahead, but before that, I'm gonna say that Billy does investigate that. However, cut him off with your sleight of hand. See if you can stop him before. Go ahead. Let's see what happens when you sleight of hand. All right, yeah, okay. Billy was investigating the hat, but he looks away because he got glitter in his eyes, and when he looks back, the hat's gone. But it was so weird that he looks around because he thinks it got taken by the wind.
Callie is now wearing the hat.
He's completely oblivious because she
on
is
top of her witch hat.
Is she on his shoulders? Is she on his shoulders?
Maybe.
If she is, then he's completely oblivious. But if she's not, then he knows.
I like to picture that Tally like totally sneakily climbed up onto his shoulders and took the hat.
Exactly. He has no idea. The hat is just gone.
Sammy just sighs.
Koda is laughing.
Benjamin is laughing. Yeah, Benjamin is laughing alongside with Koda.
All right, well, that happened. So much for that. All right, I'm going to have, since you set a precedence, someone can roll survival.
Can I?
Yep, Glitter Snoot.
Benjamin hasn't been doing much.
That's glorious. That's Glitter Snoot.
Glitter Snoot.
Glitter Snoot.
Glitter Snoot.
All right.
I got a 12.
Yeah, all you know is that, from what you were told, it's west of the Mississippi. What's that? West of the Mr. Zippy River, and you don't know where that is. You don't even know the name of the shop. Do you? I can't remember. Did I tell you?
You did say a couple of times that it was Holly's flower shop.
All right, yeah, okay, so I didn't tell you the name. Ah, yeah, right, you were just short of getting the name. Okay, you don't know the name of the shop. So all you know, it's a flower shop, and yeah, you have...
And that it smells nice.
Oh, of course
That's
it
all
does.
I know.
Of course it does, but unfortunately, Billy can't smell for the shop right now.
Can Sammy roll survival to see if he can help?
Please do.
I'm gonna say no, but
okay.
You can ask around. I mean, you're in a city.
True. This is true. Should I roll perception to see if I find anybody?
Sure, why not?
Okay, perception is +4.
Okay.
30-20.
Even though it's what time is it? Early morning, I think. I can't honestly remember. I had it before. I'm gonna say it's early morning. It's early morning, and people are out and about in the streets. So you do see a couple. They'd been by the bridge earlier, and they were actually not following you. But they had gone in your direction. As far as you can tell.
Sammy is just like, well, no, guys, I'm gonna ask for directions. We're lost. And he kind of jogs up to the couple and is like, excuse me, do you know where any flower shops are? We're looking for, there's this one called, not entirely sure the name, but it's run by a Miss Holly?
A Miss Oh, you mean Miss Side? Oh, yeah, she's lovely, a lovely lady. Yes, I think it's... Oh, if you go down two blocks that way, yeah, it should be there. It's not open right now, though. What on earth? Why would you want to go there at this time of day?
Well, you see, I wanted to... Well, I was hoping it would be open, but mainly it was just to see where it was, really, because I haven't really been in this side of town.
You're getting flowers for a special someone.
Sure.
He's turning pink. And for some weird reason, he thinks about a really, really annoying imp Not his brother,
Oh my gosh.
but someone else.
I believe you've done this.
The one the male of the couple smirks and the female is giggling. Oh, it's just that way, darling. Best of luck.
Thanks. And he kind of just turns around and stiffly walks back. His shading completely pink.
You good, kid?
Yeah, it's just 2 blocks that way. Why did I think of him?
Did you change color?
And like Tally's just kind of like staring at him.
Yeah, I changed color. Why am I pink?
All right. Okay. I have to find something on that. I need to find something. Where the heck is it? Because Koda's gonna have a reaction. His ears turn. Where the heck did I put it? His ears turn a. Oh, come on. Aha, there we go. Okay. His ears turn a very faint dark green.
Sammy, roll insight on that.
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Okay, D20 plus 1.
Bear.
Yeah, okay.
Okay,
Yeah, he's a little too distracted.
Flustered? A little flustered?
Very
Yeah,
flustered.
Koda's frowning. He's just flying behind the group at this point. Okay. So now you know where to go.
Oh boy. We're going. We're finally getting there.
You have found no clues so
Yay.
far.
We
Nope.
really haven't.
Amazing. Amazing.
Like, I assume like the flower shop is locked, right?
Well, okay, so when you arrived, the couple neglected to tell you the name of the shop, but it honestly it wasn't necessary considering the only flower shop in that area. And it's pretty obvious even though
Yeah.
the plants are put away, but I'll get to that in a second. So the party comes across a quaint little flower shop, the front decorated with a green striped overhang. As I said, it's otherwise the front is barren, though there are watermarks in the ground where pots of plants likely were, and the sign on the door is flipped to show that it's closed. The sign on the shop, in very flowery, elegant font, says "Spruce it up."
Oh, that is the cutest name.
Very clearly,
Oh my
a
gosh.
flower shop.
I love
I
it.
think this one's it. I think this is the shop.
It's a good
Sammy
guess.
nods.
It's a good guess. All right, so I really should have a search warrant. Peckin', I'm not a guardsman. What's the plan, kids?
Tally has already climbed off of Billy's shoulders and is starting to look for a back entrance.
All right, can he notice by now, or should I roll for that?
I mean, she's not really being stealthy. She's
All right,
just
he
looking for a
notices
back
the
entrance.
hat, and he has a betrayed look on his face.
Sammy actually kind of snort giggles at that.
Kid, I was looking at that. I
What? And,
needed that. It's a
Tally
reference.
just kind of turns around and and she just has the most innocent look, like she did nothing wrong.
He's definitely frowning at her
She couldn't have possibly done something wrong.
with his
She
bright
has like
pink snout.
the little toon angel, like halo,
With his
above her head.
He's frowning at her with his bright pink snout. All right, so you're trying to find a way in. What's your plan?
Yeah. Tally's looking for either like a window or a back entrance.
All right. Well, which one? Either works. Because if you want to,
Let's do back entrance.
okay. So you skirt around the back. Does everyone follow, or do you have your own plans?
Benjamin,
Sammy's gonna...
Ben
Alright,
first.
Benjamin's just like looking over the door. Like, what is the door? Is like the door like a glass door or something?
Yeah, it's very typical of a flower shop. You know, you can see inside nicely. It's pretty dark in there. You can't tell if anyone's there or not.
Benjamin, with his chaotic good ass, starts looking for something to like break the glass with.
You're with a retired detective.
Billy does not know what to make of this because what this kid is okay. He's not surprised anymore.
Benjamin is like looking for something to smash the door with. Should I roll for something
gosh.
to find?
I'm gonna go ahead and have Billy try and intercept that. Do you want me to roll to grapple, or can I just say, "Hey, kid, you really shouldn't"?
If you do say you really shouldn't, Benjamin is probably most likely going to ignore that and still do it either way.
All right.
Oh, gosh.
He's got to grapple you. Here we go again.
Benjamin, please.
Yeah. Okay. Here we go again. Meanwhile, Koda's looking for a rock, but Billy is gonna grapple.
Yes, Koda, help me.
Sammy's probably with Tally at this point, so he does not see this.
Okay.
They do not perceive.
All right, you roll either athletics or acrobatics to contest my nat 20.
Wow.
I am going to roll.
Well, it's a 19,
acrobatics,
but
as my athletics is terrible.
it's a 19.
Nat
but
20, wow.
he does
Let
not
me
want
see,
this door to be
with my
broken.
acrobatics.
Billy's just like, please don't commit crimes, you guys.
No, that
21.
doesn't. No, you forgot
Oh, hold
the
on.
D. You forgot the D.
Fudge. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I had a moment. Okay.
It's a 10.
Yeah, no, you're restrained.
I'm going.
Ben does not break the door.
Benjamin's kind of like flailing around, like, let me do it. Come on.
No, kid. We're trying to be stealthy, aren't we? I mean, I figured. Don't you want to not cause a scene? He's looking around because there are people watching. Not watching, but they could totally see.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
wow.
you've got a point there. But again...
So yeah, Sammy
he's
is
kind of like grumbling. He's grumbling under his breath. Like, he really wants to break open the door and get in there, but again, Billy does have a point. They shouldn't be arousing, like, a lot of attention to themselves.
Meanwhile, Koda's flown back. He tilts his head and he holds up a rock. Cut to Sammy and Tally.
Oh gosh. Well, like, as Tally's, like, looking for the back entrance, I'm gonna roll hammer space real quick, because Tally's gonna be rooting around in her hat.
Alright.
No, that's not how you type it. There we go. 2. I think that's successful.
That's successful.
Tally pulls out a set of thieves' tools.
Excellent.
As she's walking along, and she's gonna try to pick the lock of the back door, if it is in fact locked.
Well, there is a back door. It's in the garden in the back. It's a very lovely garden, mind you. All sorts of, not just flowers, but there's some like fruits and stuff growing there too. They're all in bloom with flowers at this point, like cherry blossoms kind of style. It's very, very beautiful. She might have known some nature magic. Who knows? But so you come to the back door, come across a lovely pathway, and the door is locked.
Mm-hmm. All right. How do I roll thieves' tools?
You would roll sleight of hand, I think.
Okay.
No,
it's hand.
Is it? Are you sure?
I think so.
Here, let me look that up.
That's what Hart said.
Let's see here.
Hmm.
You don't have proficiency in it, do you? Or you do, don't you? You
Tally
do.
does not have proficiency in it.
You don't? Oh, wow, okay.
Well, she can use the tools, but she's not proficient in it.
I see.
If that makes sense.
I see.
Yeah. Or, like, she's not double proficient in it like she would be normally if you are typically a rogue.
Mm-hmm.
But she is proficient in it.
She knows how to
Yeah,
do
or
it.
actually, yeah.
Okay. So
Yeah,
I
she knows how to
think
do it.
I think it's up to the DM, and in this case, I'm gonna say, yeah, sure, why not? Sleight of hand's fine.
Alright, sleight of hand it is. Wow. Alright.
Oh,
Yep.
dirty 20.
Ooh.
Yeah. Okay.
Alright, with concerning skill,
Concerning skill.
Callie really easily picks the lock and
I would
kinda
say
opens
so.
the door like, alright, we're in.
Yeah, I'd
Sammy
say
applauds.
so. You applaud. Okay. Well, good thing that Billy's out front. Cut back to Billy and Koda and Ben. Billy is still restraining Ben. Koda is holding up the rock. What happens now?
Benjamin
gosh.
kind of like looks down at Koda and says, and tries to whisper to him, "Throw the rock."
Before that happens, I imagine Sammy and Tally have managed to actually go through the shop and open the door.
No, I would say you
Well,
have
they're
not,
out
but
in the
that's for a
front, they don't
reason.
know that.
Darn it.
That's for a
Darn
reason.
it.
You wish.
I wish.
All right. So
Mainly I was just suggesting it for rule of funny.
yeah. Koda grins and chucks the rock at the window. No, sorry, the glass door. There's a definite crash, and people are staring. But from inside, you hear a cry of "Who's there?"
Oh dear.
Both parties
The
hear
Oh
it.
my
Authority.
gosh.
It's a lot closer to Sammy's party. Billy has gone pale underneath his fur.
Um,
Benjamin is like cheering on Koda, like Benjamin
There's
is
a-
like, "Woo!"
did you see that there was a voice from inside the shop?
Yep.
Yep, someone's in here.
And it's closer to
Oh,
Sammy and
no.
Tally.
Tally's shadow instantly. She's now a silhouette.
They should have known.
Except for her hat. And she's just,
Hey, that's
oh no,
Benjamin's
oh
job.
no, oh no.
Billy,
Can Benjamin like free himself from Billy?
he doesn't need to.
Sammy roll a stealth?
All right, first, before that, he doesn't need to free himself. Billy's dropped him, and he's going to rush in to do crowd control. You know, making sure it's okay. I have this under control. You know,
Benjamin could have
like the one or
leaped
two
through the
people,
hole.
the one or two people watching.
I think Tally's first instinct is to hide.
Yeah,
Can I roll
Sammy.
stealth?
Can we roll
Alright.
stealth, please?
Koda's laughing to himself, but he also is gonna try be stealthy. You two can roll stealth, and I'll have Koda do the same.
Oh no!
Yeah,
I got a
that
14.
one.
No. Yeah, I'm sorry. Tally, you're very, very loud. You trip on all the pots. Sammy's a lot more graceful, but due to Tally's fumble, he's also not doing too hot since Tally smacks him with a pot.
Oh.
There's a quiet curse of garlics.
All right.
Language.
Language. Only Billy's allowed to. All right.
Benjamin hears the clattering and kind of like runs over to investigate it.
Well, 1 second. All right, Koda is silent as a bat. Koda's silent as a bat. He is stealth in personified.
Nice.
Okay, so do you run through the shop, or do you run to the back entrance, or?
Through the shop, because as I've said, Benjamin kind of like leaped through the hole
Oh, okay.
that Koda has
Oh
created.
gosh.
Okay,
no.
Ben.
Oh
Yeah.
no. This is
Oh.
wild. Okay.
Okay, Ben. Yeah, Billy's off. He can't control Ben anymore. He's doing crowd control, saying how it's okay. I know the owner. We're just getting in contact, etc., etc. He's fumbling, but he's doing his best. Actually, I'm gonna roll persuasion for him.
Oh gosh.
I'm sorry.
There's
I'm
too many
sorry,
things
Benjamin.
happening. He's
Benjamin
got a
is
+3.
flame.
We're gonna be fine. We're fine. He's keeping the crowd at bay. The crowd of 2 people. That's why he's doing fine. Okay, who is next? I'm gonna say quickly, do Tally and Sammy just clutter around?
I mean, they were trying to hide,
All right, they
basically,
fail.
because they heard somebody, and they
Right.
failed. So I don't know exactly what you want us to do here.
Yeah, that's fair. To be fair, Sammy did fairly well.
Please picture that Tally's first instinct was to hide into a giant oversized pot.
Yep.
But, like, it's so obvious because her hat is completely sticking out of it.
As she's doing it, like she smacks a pot and it hits Sammy in the shin.
Yep.
Oh.
No damage, thankfully. It's just more of an inconvenience. Okay, so I will say that Sammy can hide after that, but not Tally. Back to Ben. Ben. You rush through the shop, and you can definitely tell that there's someone inside. It's a female Toon, as far as you can tell. I mean, based on the coloring alone. She is a Muppet born. She's bright pink, blindingly so, with a long nose and floppy ears. She's spun around to see the noise that Tally's made, and from that you can see the violet fuzz for hair that she has going along her spine, and that leads to a stubby little tail which pokes out from the short black dress she's wearing. It's clear that she's dressed up for some kind of event, because from that glance you saw before she spun around, her makeup, she had makeup on, but it's absolutely ruined at this point. She sees, when she spun around, she saw Ben coming and spins back around in absolute shock because there's a bird here now. She doesn't know where to look. She doesn't know what to do. She is hysterical. She's crying. She doesn't know.
Benjamin, he kind of like panics slightly, and his first instinct is to find a shadow and try and silhouette himself into a flower, hopefully trying to throw her off.
Stealth with disadvantage. Stealth. She's looking at you. Stealth is disadvantage. Your only hope is her tears blind her. That's your only hope.
Okay.
A 12.
I can't believe you've done this.
A 12
and a 9. Okay.
5.
So you
7 and 9.
You try to hide, but just as you do so, something with claws latches onto your wing.
I don't have legs, but I do have arms.
I'm gonna take 1 damage. Your arms, whatever. You take 1 damage.
Claws?
Claws.
Oh no.
What?
Claws.
No.
Take 1 damage.
Benjamin, he's startled by this. Like, he tried to silhouette himself, but got cut off by the arm and kind of goes like in a, trying to restrain from making too much sound.
At this point, the Muppet Born is reaching to hold aloft a pot. She's trying to wield it threateningly, but who knows how successful she is. Cut back to Tally and Sammy.
Do they see her?
Sammy, I will give the option, but Tally, no.
Okay.
You know what?
If I can, if I'm gonna say that Sammy sees her, can I roll history to see if Sammy recognizes her at all?
This would be a straight.
Because he has visited the shop.
This would be a straight intelligence check, because history's for more older stuff.
Oh, that's true. That would be.
Yeah, Tally's in a pot. There's no chance she'd see, unless she can see X-ray vision.
That's a 7.
No, you have no idea who this Muppet Born is.
Okay.
I think
long nose, long eared Muppet Born.
Tally's gonna take this distraction, quote unquote, just kind of try to slink off and look for the clues that they're looking for.
Yeah, okay. Roll stealth again with disadvantage.
Look for clues and get out.
Roll stealth with disadvantage.
Yeah, that's expected.
Pot Tally strikes again.
It's a ruckus.
Pot Tally. Okay, 13.
You did better than me.
Okay, so the Muppet Born notices that she saw you in the first place, no duh. But like, she saw the hat peeking out when she went to check. Because the back entrance was awfully close to where she was in the first place.
Mm-hmm.
But as you sneak out, she sees you sneak out, but loses track of you in her frantic hysteria. Like she's just doesn't know what to do. So she's lost track of you, Tally.
All right, Red.
Is it obvious? Is it obvious that she's really distressed? Can Sammy see that?
I mean, she was crying and her makeup smeared, and she's spinning in circles and frantically. So yeah, I think so.
Okay, Sammy's gonna do. He sees this and he quietly steps out of his hiding place and is just like, Miss, we didn't mean to scare you. Are you Miss Holly's? Do you know Miss Holly?
As you say that, before she can respond, you see sneaking up behind her is Koda wielding his battle axe.
Oh no!
Koda, no! Before she could answer, Sammy's gonna rush over and stop Koda.
How do you stop Koda?
He's gonna grab him!
Okay,
Yes, really.
grapple. Go ahead and use athletics.
Okay. let's see
He's
what-
enjoying the chaos Ben caused. He's taking full advantage of it.
Benjamin is not enjoying it, especially that he got
That's a
caught by
15.
like what a claw.
All right, okay. Ben's not enjoying his chaos? Okay, I have a +4. Let
Well,
me roll
it's
for
only
this.
enjoyable. Well, it's only enjoyable when he gets to get away with it.
Ooh, and
If
now
he's caught,
one.
he is in pure fear at the moment because he got caught and the arm it kind of hurt him and he doesn't know if he can get rid of it. And
Yeah, we'll come back to
and now
you
a
next.
Muppet is like wielding a giant pop.
Yeah, we'll
Pop,
get back to
sorry.
you next. Okay, so Sammy
Sorry.
successfully tackles or whatever you want to do. How do you want to restrain your little bro?
Sammy's just like, Koda, no! And, like, grabs him out of the air, yanks since that was a nat 1, he yanks the battle axe out and, like, just looks at it and kind of just like, I'm confiscating this, and sticks it in his hammer space, and then wraps his arms around Koda and is like, you are not going anywhere.
Koda has the biggest pout, but his ears are turning his ears are purple, but he has the biggest pout. His eyes are wide. His ears are purple to match his fur. Okay, with that, we're gonna cut back to Ben. I can't get over this. We're gonna cut back to Ben. What do you do with the claws or in your arm?
He sort of tries to like unlatch it off of him.
All right, do you look to see what it is?
But yeah, first of all, I do want to see what the frick grabbed him.
It's a calico cat. It's a calico cat. A very
Benjamin kind of
pissed-looking
looks at-
one.
Benjamin now he looks a little less terrified because he thought it was like
A
some
demon
sort of
from
like
hell.
alarm that. No, he thought that it was like some sort of like security thing where arms come down and grab you or something like that. No, it's angry calico cat. He kind of like he grabs the paw and tries to throw it off of him.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Can't
You know
believe
what?
this.
I need cat stats. I'm gonna grapple the cat with the cat. All
Well,
right.
because he's a bird doesn't mean he's afraid of cats. He dislikes them, but that doesn't mean he's afraid.
I never said
can't
he had to be
believe this.
afraid, but the cat doesn't. Well, okay. So I'm gonna roll to grapple for this kitty. You can go ahead and contest that with either acrobatics or athletics.
I'm gonna do athletics for this one.
Oh, nat
Even
20!
though-
A nat 20 from the kitty!
Uh,
Okay, you take another
I got a
damage.
15.
The cat remains. You take another point of damage. This is a stubborn cat.
Benjamin. Benjamin, he is a little bit more in pain as he takes on a bit more damage, and at this point, he kind of gave up on the cat. He's just going to try and stick as close to it as possible to try and reduce as much damage taken.
All right, so this cat is attached to your arm. Let's go back to the poor Muppet born. She is just crying. She's shrieking a little, like it's like ah! kind of noises coming from her.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
Because
Sammy's trying to calm her down because he didn't
she was
he
almost
didn't even expect her to
smited.
be a person.
She was almost smited by a giant battle axe, or well, not really giant. It's Koda sized. She doesn't know what to make of this. She's like, "Who are you? What?"
My name's Sammy. This is Koda. He gets really weird things in his head. I'm so sorry. Do you know Miss Holly?
She's breaking down. She can't handle this.
Oh no.
Her hair's standing all in. Her purple fuzz along her back is fuzzed up. Her nose is twisting. Her long nose. Her ears are scrunching up. She's having a breakdown.
I'm sorry. Koda, just behave yourself. He kind of sets Koda aside, gives him like kind of the stern side eye, and just is like, "Ma'am, is it all right if I touch you? Like, I'm not gonna hurt you, but I'm so sorry for the scare.
Alright.
We're just trying to find out what exactly happened to Miss Holly."
So first, Koda. Koda has he's no longer wide-eyed, but he's definitely pouting. The purple's gone. The faintest tinge of red is in his ears. He's pouting. Cut back to Billy, who was calming down the two people, and then just suddenly shrieks occur from the house. The shop. Okay, time for another persuasion.
Oh boy.
What was his persuasion again? I think it was I think it was a D20. Okay. Okay.
So poorly. It's been nearly 2 hours and we've gotten nothing done.
Absolutely nothing. Okay. So Billy is the crowd, which had been calming down. He's pushed aside as well, one's a toon, one's a person. They attempt to rush inside. They try to open the door. I mean, it's big enough for a toon to get through, so one of them goes through, but the other one's trying to open the door. The hole that Koda made. Billy rushes after them, cursing very loudly, actually. As the toon rushes inside, it is a bird like Ben, but this one's a blue jay.
Ooh.
Okay.
What?
Benjamin, he kind of looks at the bird and reattempts the cat.
Miss Toodles, are you okay? Mrs. Toodles!
Sammy's backed away.
Mrs. Toodles, as she has been named, is still in that state of shock. The pot is long dropped from her hands, making a crash noise, startling the bird who's just appeared. Mrs. Toodles! Who are you people? What are you doing to her? Billy is
The better question
trying
is what
to.
is she doing to us?
Billy is trying to stop the human, or not human, but real kind rather. An elf, excuse me.
Does Sammy see the real kind?
No, the real kind's still outside. Billy's.
Okay.
I'm not gonna roll for that. Too much has gone wrong. I'm not risking it.
Everything's going on with the Muppet porn and everything. Tally's just kind of been snooping around.
Yeah. Okay.
Because, like, she's basically in the mode of, okay, we're gonna find a clue, and we're gonna leave.
Just a second, Bear. Okay, so you snoop around, and this is definitely a flower shop. This is definitely Holly's house. She apparently her house is connected to the flower shop. You know, she has a bedroom there on the second floor. The second floor, I mean, it's a lovely bedroom. It's very very nice. Canopy, a bed with a canopy. The whole, it's very very flowery. Pretty much what you might expect. Some Christmas, or excuse me, Animus decorations around because it's her theme.
Yeah.
Every time I host a game, something like this happens. So yeah, you found her bedroom, and all right, what do you want to do? What do you want to look through? Her desk, her bed, her closet, etc.
Yeah, just everything, I guess.
All right, roll investigation
Tally's
then.
first instinct is to, like, go for the desk and, like, look for whatever.
All right, investigation, please.
Oh boy, Tally.
I'm
All right. 6.
I'm weighing so many things. Okay. I was gonna say you found something, but you did not find something. You didn't find anything. It's just it's a desk. There are some pens. You found paper.
Awesome.
Are you gonna take her pens now?
Pens and paper.
Okay. Are you taking it?
I think Tally's just gonna grab any paper and pens, just everything on the desk.
All right, you have pens and paper now.
Just in general.
You have pen and paper
right.
now. It's
She's
mostly
just,
blank, but there's some bills and stuff.
Yep, she's putting all of them in her hammer space. Like, she just dumps it all into her hat and puts it back on, and then she's moving on to, like, other spots in the bedroom.
All right, okay. Let's go back to Benjamin. Ben, what are you doing? The cat's not letting go with I think I had a nat 20. That cat's not letting go for at least another round. What are you doing?
Benjamin, he again, like, where is the blue jay? He definitely did hear that somebody else entered the shop, and he's a little bit curious.
Okay, so the blue jay
know who it is.
hasn't noticed you because you're in a shadow. You did succeed that. It's just the cat caught you first. So the blue jay, who I don't have a name for, let's call him James. James, James the blue jay. He's come in. He's flown right past you, and he's currently facing off against Sammy. Like he's moving towards
all of his life choices right now.
You should be. He's moving towards Miss Toodles cautiously, but he does have his wings up like he's ready to fight.
Sammy is kind of grabbing Koda to make sure that Koda doesn't try anything, and he's backing away very slowly, trying to kind of just show that, hey, this is a whole entire misunderstanding. He's just like quietly, his shading's purple.
Uh-huh.
Because he's
Benjamin,
just like, we effed up. We pecked up.
Benjamin, he just looks at the cat, and this time he's not gonna try and gently remove it. He wants to remove the paw to regain back his, like, freedom, so he grabs it and tries to throw it off his arm.
Don't hurt Miss Fluffums! Is the only thing that Miss Toodles has managed to coherently say. Mrs. Toodles is...
It's not in a way of harming it, but he is definitely now ticked off at the cat.
Oh.
Alright, go ahead and try and get the cat off. This surprisingly strong nat 20 cat.
Again.
I'm gonna give this cat advantage because of that nat 20. I'm impressed.
16.
I think it was a -4. Let's see. Well, he can. Ooh. The only thing she can do is tie it. So let's see if she ties it. Yeah. Okay. No.
No.
So now the cat is. How do you take off the cat? My games
kinda,
always
like-
hurt cats or does something with cats. I did not
Benjamin
plan this.
grabs the cat. Benjamin grabs the cat's paw and just kind of like tries to pull it off of him, and once it did let go of him, he just lets go of the cat and gets up and moves back quickly so that the cat doesn't like grab him again.
All right, so the cat's on the ground doing the Halloween cat arch, hissing wildly, tail poofed up. But
Amazing.
Benjamin also poofs himself up to just like show that he's the boss over the cat.
the calico cat is not impressed or whatever. This cat does not like birds, and that includes Toons. So okay,
Well,
so
Benjamin feels the same way about you.
while this is happening, jeez, oh my gosh, why did I encourage this? Damn it, Koda. Okay, Koda is standing down. He's frowning, but he's calm. He's all calm. He doesn't have to put away. Sammy took it, but he's kind of just standing there, hopping from foot to foot. He doesn't really see the problem. He just knows that this. He just doesn't. He just knows that this lady is hurting his ears now. Her shrieks were hurting his ears. Okay, so James is. I'm gonna need you to roll persuasion to calm down James.
Okay, persuasion. Let's see what Sammy's
Do better than
got
Billy.
for that. It'd be 20 plus 4.
You did better
17.
than Billy. Okay.
Yay.
What do you say to calm down this burb?
Sorry, we're trying to find out exactly what happened to Miss Holly. We didn't mean. We thought the shop was empty. We didn't even realize that there were people here. We're so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. If you want us to leave, we'll leave. I'm so sorry, Miss. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry we scared you.
Okay, James has the most suspicious look on his face, but he does remember that Barkson was outside, and Barkson did bring up that he's a former guard member, and etc., etc. So he very hesitantly lowers his arms. This, by the way, what I say was a blue jay. He's about the size of a halfling. So this bird who had been flying, what?
Obby dropped.
Obby, no!
Oh no!
No.
Obby died, no!
I can't believe it. I can't believe it.
Oh.
Obby's pecking dead.
No, she was sneaking too hard.
Well, we did. Wait, didn't we forget her in the pot?
No,
Well,
she's
no,
upstairs
she was,
collecting paper.
Oh.
Yeah,
Oh,
the
right,
internet
sorry.
died. She says her internet died.
Hello.
You see, this is the opposite of what I had planned. I can only blame myself, because Koda, I chose to play a character like Koda. I can only blame myself.
And it doesn't help that you also have Benjamin.
Hi, are you back?
Obby, are you alive?
Yeah, hi, I'm back.
Alright, did
Okay.
you miss anything?
I might have. I don't know
What'd you
what I
hear?
missed though.
What'd you hear?
I don't know. I've been zoning out for a little bit. Not gonna lie.
It's just chaos. Don't worry.
Sammy's
I
just
think we
practically
I think I
apologizing
heard-
at this point.
I think I heard, Sammy apologizing and calming down James, and that my internet just died.
Okay. Sorry,
Did you
Abby.
hear about Benjamin standing against the
It's
calico?
all good.
They're having a face-off in the corner.
Yes, they are.
Okay. So James has lowered his wings, this little halfling-sized blue jay, and he says, I do hope you realize how suspicious this all is, how irresponsible everything about this is. Where is Holly? And all anew, Mrs. Toodles starts sobbing again.
Sammy just, his shoulders slump, and he's just like, I'm really... He kind of looks over at Billy and then is just like, okay, these are obviously
who?
people that... Billy. He kind of
he's
glances
outside
over
still.
at Billy and is just
Billy's
like...
still outside.
I know, but he looks, but he's just like, okay, this is basically me on my own. I have to make this call.
Okay.
This is obviously two people that Miss Holly knew and cared for, and they care for her. Oh, geez.
Mm-hmm.
His shading shifts to a really deep blue, and he's just like, Miss, you might want to sit down. It's not good news. I'm so sorry. We found her outline in an alley. Someone killed her. I'm so sorry.
James is absolutely quiet. He doesn't know what to say. But Mrs. Toodles is nodding her head, still sobbing an ugly cry. She already knew.
Yeah,
Poor Muckacorn.
Mrs. Toodles
Sammy's
knew.
gonna roll hammer space to... Okay, he pulls out a little handkerchief and is just like, he kind of just hands it to her and is like, I'm so sorry for your loss, ma'am.
She takes it and dabs at her ruined makeup. She blows with her long horn-like nose.
We're trying to find out if there's any clues here. Ma'am, if I had known you were here, I would have knocked. I'm so sorry. I take full responsibility. This was irresponsible of us all. Sir, I deeply apologize for the scare, for anything, but is there anything you could tell us? Any enemies that Miss Holly had? Is there anything we could potentially help us find and prevent this from ever happening to anybody else? We're trying to stop this.
James, he stumbles back and hits a wall and slides down it. He managed to avoid a pot, thankfully. He hits a wall and slides down it. He doesn't know what to say. He hadn't known. When did this happen? Mrs. Toodles.
Is he like near Benjamin?
Yeah, he's near Ben. Mrs. Toodles manages to collect herself a little bit after, blowing her nose and such. Last night, I received a call from a friend. I don't. They said that she saw Polly with me by the Mr. Zippy, and
With you?
yeah, she saw her with me by the Mr. Zippy. Apparently she was drunk, and I was apparently helping her home, but I wasn't there. I found out and I came here immediately because all I could think to do was to take care of her cat.
Benjamin, who was off in the corner facing off the cat, now hears all of this and sees the blue jay slumping against the wall. He looks back at the cat, gives him the eye thing where he puts his fingers up to his eyes and then points them both at the cat. And runs close to the blue jay to listen in.
Amazing.
Because now
the cat turns up her nose at Ben and slinks her way to Mrs. Toodles and starts rubbing against her legs to calm her. Mrs. Toodles lets out a little cry of Bluffums, and she quickly picks her up and snuggles her to her chest.
Benjamin gets near the blue jay and tries to comfort him the best that Benjamin can.
James is just shaking his head. He says, I barely knew her. I bought flowers from her occasionally. I had tea with her once. She was a lovely lady. When I moved into town, she brought me cookies. They were animus cookies.
I wish when I moved to a new section of Toonkind, people would come out with cookies for me.
Oh my gosh. That's what you say? James is just giving him, like, a look of, what is wrong with you?
I told you
Sammy's
Benjamin
looking
is
at
gonna
her-
try
looking
and
at
comfort
him.
him the best he can. He's not the best at this.
Sammy also was looking at Benji like, dude, what the heck?
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm not good with comforting people.
Oh,
All right,
wow.
let's
oh,
cut to
wow,
Tally
wow,
quickly.
wow.
Trying.
Amazing. Let's cut to Tally quickly.
Oh, yeah, Tally's still here, huh?
I think we've left her alone long enough. All right, Tally, what are you doing?
What chaos have you caused, small child?
You've already tried investigating, so that's out. What else are you doing?
I mean, I don't know what else she could do besides just like looking under the bed, like
Maybe a
around.
perception check?
There's some
More
dust
pieces?
bunnies. A couple of them are alive.
Oh,
They make rabbit noises at you.
I mean, honestly, I don't know if Tally can do anything.
He's
I
just
think
gonna.
she probably just waves at the little dust bunnies, but other than that,
I can say that for certain she's heard the commotion downstairs.
I have. I'm gonna say I think Tally is just like heard all of that and is just immediately like, okay, we are not dealing with that. And she's just gonna go to a window and sneak out.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Let's let that happen. Okay, let's cut to Billy. Billy, with his skills as a former guardsman, even though he doesn't have the best people skills, he knows how to use his position. He's managed to somehow convince... I'm not rolling for this, damn it. He's managed to somehow convince this concerned passerby that everything is okay. He's going to go in now. He just needs this man to step aside. So the elf does leave. And Billy goes inside and sees this scene and demands, "What the heck happened here?" I turn away for
and
2
despair-
seconds.
Sammy's
A lot.
turning a little green. He's just like, hi, Billy. So this is out of character. What's the Muppet Born's name again?
Mrs. Toodles.
Okay. Mrs. Toodles had she'd gotten word from a friend that she and Miss Holly, or someone looking like Miss Toodles, had been escorting Miss Holly last night, and Miss Holly was drunk, but she wasn't there. It was someone else that looked like her.
Benjamin kind of hears that and is like, wait, she was drunk?
Miss Holly, apparently, from what Miss Toodles received word of.
Maybe the squig was in her drink? Something like that?
James is shaking his head, having recollected himself a little bit, and he says, "I didn't know her that well, but such a sweet lady. I highly doubt she would get drunk like that." Mrs. Toodles is bobbing her head, still crying horribly, and saying, "I'm the party animal, not her."
But still, it was the last... You said it yourself, it was the last place you saw her, right? She was drunk. She must have took it in or something like that.
I never saw her drunk.
Somebody must have poisoned her drink.
All I know is what the
It was
call I
someone else.
got.
Ma'am, who told you this?
Just a friend.
Like, you said it was a friend, but
I don't. She's looking at Billy now like she doesn't know like, if she's even said too much, like, she realized who are these people? They broke into her friend's house. She's still a flustered. So Billy sighs, holds up his hands, and says, all right, let me get things straight. Koda's a moron. Koda makes an affronted noise. Koda's a moron and broke open the glass door because Ben coaxed him on. All right, yeah, okay. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I did.
I'm sincerely sorry on behalf of my young companions and Ben. You see, they don't have the best self-control.
Oh gosh.
I really don't know how else to
like
help
the
you
fact
other
that-
than to assure I will do my best to compensate for any damages. But I think the most important thing here is what we've already established. My young friends are here in a possibly misguided effort, admittedly, but they're here to try and avenge Holly M's side. Miss Side, I was on the case, you see. I know these two. He gestures to Koda and Sammy. And they decided to help me out in figuring out what's going wrong. I'm a retired guardsman. I've established this, James. You remember this. My goal here is that while the rest of the guard is busy taking care of the murders and such and the disappearances, we're trying to figure out what happened. So we need full cooperation, but I need to know, do you have any familiarity with Squig? James has a blank look on his face. Mrs. Toodles is still just crying. Well, that answers that at least. Okay. He's also a little flustered. He's doing his best here, but this is a situation he's not been prepared for.
Benjamin, he knows at this point now to not say anything else because he already has made the situation a little bit worse and thinks,
Poor
okay, it's
Ben.
probably best that I don't say anything.
Poor Ben. Trying but failing.
He wants to help, but he doesn't know how without making it a little bit worse.
Okay. So, I know this is bad, but we are here
Social
to try and help.
interaction is not Ben's strong suit.
Honestly, nor is it for Billy.
No, it's
He's doing
not.
his best.
They're trying their best.
We're here to try and help. Okay. So, ma'am, Mrs. Toodles, was it? You said that Holly was seen with you, but you weren't there. Correct me if I'm wrong, but this sounds an awful lot like a disguised self or other sort of kit. Wouldn't you say so? Mrs. Toodles is just noises. James nods his head and says, well, if she wasn't there. Step 1 has been taken care of. We figured out how they pulled that off. Simply is why. We know the attempt was to murder her because we found the scene, or at least that can be assumed. Now, you know what they say about assumptions, but it's best I've got at this point, okay? I am not paid enough for this. Okay.
Sammy just kind of nods.
Okay. Now, I will repeat the question asked earlier. Do you know if Holly M's side had any enemies of any sort? James, he has no clue. He has an expression that clearly indicates as such. And Mrs. Toodles shakes her head no. I mean, do you want to know what we did the night before? That's all I can think of. We had a girls' night out.
Where?
At the new restaurant in town.
Which one? Like,
Billy's nodding his
there's been a
head.
few openings.
Billy's nodding his head, and he looks somewhat confused. Yeah, let me guess. You're talking about the new Real Kind specialty establishment. There's been a big hullabaloo about it. The hen house, right? Mrs. Toodles nods her head in agreement, blows her trunk-like nose again, and says, I suggested it, but I assure you that's the last time I saw her. We came home. we separated, and she went home, and I went back home, and then I got a call a few hours later with what happened. And I came back here, and then the guards came in, and
I just, out of character, I just want to give her a hug.
Same.
But good golly, my
Sammy's
character
already
would hug
done
her,
enough.
and she's not even there, so...
Benjamin kind of Benjamin looks ashamed for what he has done. Like, oh, he thought they were just simply going to break in and everything was going to be handy dandy, but he didn't know how much more trouble he caused by breaking in.
actions have
To be more specific,
consequences.
cheering on Koda for breaking in.
Yeah, Koda.
Yeah.
Damn it, Koda. Koda still doesn't understand exactly what he's done wrong. He's gathering that it's bad.
Sammy has
You
a
never worried
resigned
about-
look on his face and just looks at Bill and he's like, "We're gonna have to go look there, aren't we?"
Billy shrugs and says, well, we don't have any other clues at this rate. It's not like we found any squig. So he looking very awkward, mind you, like he's keeping a completely straight face, but this is not his kind of social situation. His social situation is to not have any. So he goes over and gives Mrs. Toodles a pat on the shoulder. James, taking his lead, comes over and hugs her around the legs because he's quite short.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, ma'am. First of all, you will be compensated. And second of all, we will find out what happened to Miss Side. These kids are stubborn enough to actually figure it out, you know? There's a meow from the cat who's been squished between James and Mrs. Toodles. and
Aww.
and Mrs. Toodles snuggles the kitty and says, "Oh, maybe instead of compensation, you can help me find a home for the kitty. I can't take care of her."
Oh no.
Billy nods his head and says, "I'll see what I can do, ma'am." He's choking up a little bit now because it's finally getting to him. This is just
Billy adopts the cat alongside the kids.
apparently. This is not what I had planned. Dog
Billy
adopting a cat.
now
What a
adopted
scene.
Cat.
No, we haven't gotten to that point yet. Okay. Anything else you want to do, kids?
I would.
Wait,
Sammy just
where's
is like,
Tally?
Tally.
On that note, can I say what Tally has been doing this whole
Go
time?
ahead.
Oh no.
Alright, so Tally totally snuck out of the flower shop, and now she's just kind of awkwardly sitting by the front entrance, but like so that she can just barely be seen out of the window, because she's kind of like sitting against the wall. And she's taken like the paper that she stole from inside, and she's just absently making like paper airplanes while she's waiting for you guys.
Oh, Tally, you precious soul.
Oh my god.
None of them are very successful. They can only go like maybe half a foot in flight, but you know what? She's trying.
Oh, Tally. Well, that's what Tally's doing, but no one knows that. You're telling me
Sammy's
on
just
top
like,
of everything, you've lost Tally?
Sammy just kind of looks around, like away, and is just like, "She's really good at hiding."
James at this point is
And as he
catching...
turns away, can Sammy turn around and look and see Tally?
First,
I
yeah,
mean,
you
she's
can
really
figure...
hiding. She's just kind of waiting by the front entrance.
They're a little far to
so he
see
turns
that.
around and just,
They're a little far to see that. They're in the shop at this point, but yeah.
You just see her hat poking through the window.
oh, I think she's outside.
James at this point has gathered that Billy is a glorified babysitter, and he's giving the taller Toon a very sympathetic look and says, I have no idea how you plan on pulling this off, but if anyone can, it's a bunch of toons. And he gives like a smirk
Amazing.
as he continues to comfort Mrs. Toodles. Where's the guard when you need him, eh? You're telling me. Look, Koda, go get Tally, for peck's sake. And Koda frowns, but does so and toddles off towards Tally.
Sammy just kind of quietly tells Miss Toodles that like she can keep the handkerchief, and then follows. Because it's an awkward situation.
Question.
Yep.
Is Tally still wearing the hat?
Yes, she is.
Okay.
This whole time she has not taken it off.
Okay.
Wow.
So, can Koda drag Tally inside? And by that, I mean literally, he's trying to drag her.
Oh, he can try.
Okay, well, at the very least, will you follow?
I mean, yeah, she will follow, but please imagine at first she's very squirmy and she's just like, ah!
Okay. So, as she goes inside, Mrs. Toodles sees Tally, looks confused, you know, still crying and such, but she has somehow calmed down. I mean, she's not freaking out because there's a break-in anymore, though she's very confused about that still. She's trying to process that. I think everyone is. And she sees the hat, and she lets out a gasp because that's Holly's hat.
I found her in the river.
Did you find anything else?
Just the hat. I'm sorry, ma'am.
I see.
Tally hearing that just kind of immediately, like, her shadow immediately covers her whole body again, and she just awkwardly takes off the second hat because she doesn't want it anymore.
Sammy grabs it and hands it to Miss... I can't remember her name.
Toodles.
Heck.
Mrs. Toodles.
Toodles.
Here, I'll spell it.
Mrs. Toodles.
Mrs. Toodles.
Thank
Mrs.
you.
is her actual first name.
Oh,
Wow.
That's good.
that's so sweet.
So good.
Okay. So Mrs. Toodles very
love
gingerly
them.
sets the calico cat on the ground, Fluffums, which is still a terrible name for a cat. And very delicately takes the hat and holds it to her chest. Thank you for finding this. And she continues, the guard told me they have her purse, but that's all they found. And, of course,
sorry,
her out.
ma'am.
Oh, Bear, what did you miss?
Do you hear me? Fudge.
Oh, yeah, nothing.
Yeah, we can hear you.
It was just that she said, that, she took the hat and held it to her chest very carefully and says that the guard has her purse, but that's all.
Benjamin still does not like the cat.
Fair. Honestly.
That's all I can say at the moment.
Honestly, fair.
Like, he does feel bad for the cat that it's now left without an owner, but still, he does not forgive the cat for scaring the living heck out of him.
Honestly, fair.
Is
It's got a grip
Is it
like
safe to say
steel.
Yeah, it dealt him 2 damage.
Is it safe to say that we can head over to this new mystery restaurant that's been mentioned?
Yeah. Mrs. Toodles, she looks at all of you, still trying to figure out what on earth you're gonna be able to do, but she'll take anything at this point. Since the guard can't help her right now, they have other problems they have to deal with. and this
Mhm.
case isn't closed, but it's put on hold. I don't know what on earth you'll find at the restaurant. It seemed like a upstanding place, very lovely. The owner, oh, he was a charm, absolute sweetheart. He, well, they have there was a cute little saying they say. How did it go? The restaurant, the hen house, it really had amazing prices, but oh, the food there is chicken feed, but it's no rubber chicken dinner. Oh,
Um,
I don't think you'll find anything there, but if it'll help, it certainly can't hurt.
If
hmm.
in any case, we will at least be able to find out if they've seen her anywhere else, like if she had doubled back or something, to forget if she'd forgotten something, and so we'll be able to maybe see exactly what happened that night
Yeah,
after you left. You
that's
guys
the
two
good plan,
separated.
kid. That right, that's what we should do. You see, you're 10 steps ahead. He laughs, but it sounds very awkward. He looks at James and kind of has a pleading look. You mind taking care of this lovely lady? I've got some kids to look after. James nods and says, "Yeah, sure. I can do that. Um, hey, hey, I'll call the guard and let them. I'll let them know that there was a break-in, but I won't say who or whatever. I'll say that it was just a couple of pranksters, okay? Poor taste and all that, yeah. Thanks, man.
Sorry
Thanks."
again. Sammy just kind of
Aw.
quietly, sorry again. Because he
James
feels really bad.
James flops his hand and says, "Just stop scaring people, would you?" He's looking
Yes,
at Ben and
sir.
Koda because he gathers that they're the ones at fault. Koda has this innocent look on his face.
Benjamin feels a little guilty now.
Oh man. Callie is just kind of hanging out by Billy's legs and is just kind of tugging his pants.
Billy looks down and gives her hat a little ruffle, and, since her hair's covered, he rubs her hat. "Yeah, kid, what's up?"
Nice. I think I found clues. And
Abby?
Abby?
Abby, have you died again?
I thought I cut it. Abby, no.
No, Abby.
oh no,
Oh, there you are. You're back.
internet,
Oh.
did that send?
Yes,
sorry,
but we don't
we
know
just
why
couldn't
you
hear
sent
you.
it. Did you take out the
Okay.
bills?
I'm rolling. Yeah, Tally's rolling. Putting out all the paper sheets.
Oh no, we lost you again. What'd you say?
Oh,
Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh no,
can you hear
you're
me?
breaking up.
Oh no.
Oh no! Hold
Oh,
on,
you're
let me
back.
try
You're
to-
back.
Oh,
You're gone. You're back.
Yay.
Okay, am I back? Hello?
yeah, you're a lot better now.
Okay. Tally is breaking out, like all the papers and all the bills that she stole from the room,
Oh my god.
and she just has the proudest look on her face.
Billy,
Just the look of, I have done something good. I have acquired clue.
Billy
Oh,
at
baby.
first looks like a moment of disappointed shock passes over his face, but he quickly covers it up with a smile as he tries not to laugh. Yeah, hand that
Aw.
over, kid. Good job.
Yeah, Tally does so.
He takes it and pats her on the hat again,
Help.
and quickly hands it over to Mrs. Toodles. Mrs. Toodles takes it with the most perplexed look on her face.
Sammy is thinking we should leave before we dig ourselves into an even deeper hole.
Yeah,
Billy has
Sammy's
a
valid.
similar thought. "I think we should take our leave. Yeah. Okay, ma'am. I'll keep you I'll keep you updated as things progress. We'll do our best, ma'am. I can't make any promises, but we will do our best. Sir, thanks for being understanding." And with that, he attempts to usher the group out.
Sammy kind of just grabs Koda and Tally in each of his arms and is just like, okay, we're going now.
Koda squirms, but
he
agrees.
grabbed Ben? Did they grab Ben?
Ben was a little farther away. Koda and Tally are closer to Sammy.
Benjamin
Tally just
sees
kind of
them
lets
all-
out a little eep as she's lifted up.
Benjamin sees all of them leaving and kind of looks back at James, a little sorry for what he said earlier. He doesn't know how to communicate and follows the group.
Oh, Ben.
James doesn't seem too upset at this point.
Ben.
He's just he thinks he's over it. He's had bigger issues, bigger problems.
Yeah.
But as they're leaving, the Fluffles hisses at Ben.
Ben ruffles his feathers up a little bit, trying to show that, hey, I'm still the boss here.
Fluffles holds up
But
claws
it's-
in a threatening gesture just as they cross through the threshold that they can't see anymore. Fluffles got the last word.
Oh man.
Benjamin kind of
Amazing.
has this face like, you win this time, but only this time.
Oh, at least the cat didn't
Oh,
get hurt this
man.
time.
No,
Yeah.
he's not going to attempt to hurt the cat.
You kidding me?
Yeah.
Every game I play, a cat's harmed somehow. I don't know why.
Hey, this time the
This
cat is the one who did the harming.
It's true. All right. Okay. So
Man.
I think it's we should just go over to the hen house and end the session there. What do you guys say? You want to just make their way over?
Yeah. Head over to the
Yeah.
hen house.
With a
and
grand
be
total
done.
of 0 clues but 1 lead.
Yep.
Yep.
Amazing.
Wow. That went so poorly. That
Oh.
went so poorly.
Honestly, Billy was regretting
Yeah,
all
we-
of his life choices. And James
is
is
Sammy.
confused, amused, and disturbed. Mrs. Toodles is just slightly less frantic. But hey, at least that's a win.
Oh man.
Yeah,
At least they have a lead, and oh my gosh.
and the broken front door.
Oh yeah, the guard's paying for that whether they like it or not, apparently. Okay. So do you guys, since we set the standard, do you want to roll survival? Billy's gonna assist, so you get advantage, whoever rolls.
How about I do it?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, you do it.
Ben probably has the best idea where it is,
So,
anyways.
survival?
Yeah, Ben probably has the best idea, anyways.
Yeah,
Considering Sammy
he's
has
very
like,
nomadic. I've said it multiple times. He's very nomadic. He likes to travel a
You can
lot,
roll
so-
again. Please roll better
I
than
know.
come on, please.
I'll try.
Come on, Lalu, please.
Okay.
Please.
Nope,
I
you're
tried.
back at the Mr. Zippy River.
Oh, it's better. Oh gosh, dang it.
I tried.
Okay, I'm gonna roll hammer space real quick because Tally has an item.
Mm-hmm. Okay,
Great.
what'd you take?
Tally pulls out a map of Toontown.
Honestly, shouldn't they all have one of
She
those?
literally has a map. Yeah, they all probably do.
I
Tally's
think they
just
do.
like lets out the biggest sigh after they end up at the river like the third time that night. And she just pulls out her map like, okay, where is this place? Because we need clear direction.
Billy he doesn't know if he should be laughing or scowling at this point, so he's settling for scowling. And he says, maybe we should take another look at the bank, yeah? You know, where we found the hat? Hey, Zippy, you see anything? The river just burbles. There's a shot.
I mean, I guess Tally just kind of shrugs and is like, all right. Do we just look around again?
I mean, you guys were squabbling around in the dirt earlier. He snickers a little. It was, kind of cute. You know. He sneezes a little glitter.
I am not cute.
He sneezes a little
Tally
glitter.
very pointedly says, I am not cute.
Sure, kid. Sure, kid.
She just kind of sticks her tongue out at him before she just goes to look for more clues.
She's pecking adorable. All right, what's next?
Sammy nods.
All right, so I think you'd have to do investigation with disadvantage since you don't know where the hat was at this point, like unless you memorized it or something.
I mean, it was in the water, and Tally's not going anywhere near the water.
No, like you were
She's looking for
scrabbling
clues
along
on the bridge itself.
You were scrabbling on the bank. What it was is
Oh yeah.
here. I'll say Koda in his broken Koda speech explains that he saw something by a hat, waves, hidden shore. I don't know. He's kind of just muttering to himself.
Okay.
And like Tally just kind of like takes that information. She's like, all right, I guess we're looking around there then. So at disadvantage, you said
Yeah.
for Tally. Okay.
Nice.
Okay, that's pretty good. That's pretty decent, actually. Well,
Yeah.
14.
I'd say you
That's
find
better than
some
Benjamin.
stuff. You find some stuff. I don't know if it's the helpful stuff, but you find the nice stuff.
Oh no.
Tally finds. Why is it? All right. Tally finds a small pile of miscellaneous items. A mirror, some candy, a few small cards, and what appears to be a smaller purse. A small purse.
Purse. I think Tally's literally just immediately scooping all of these things up in her hat. Not in like her hammer space, mind you, just literally in the hat itself.
Amazing.
So that she can carry it all.
Koda flies over before
And
she
she-
can and grabs the mirror.
That's valid. She kind of lets him take it, like, yeah.
This
Go
is
ahead,
his
take
mirror
the
now.
mirror.
This is his mirror now.
This is his mirror. This is his now.
Billy,
I think Tally is gonna.
go ahead.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tally just kind of immediately goes over to Billy because Billy's kind of the adult in charge,
Ben's
and she's
supposed
just
to
kind of
be.
defaulting to go to the adult in charge.
Aw, thank you, Tally. Okay. Yeah, we're wrapping up shop, Billy. Billy. Bear! We're wrapping up Bear! I've said Billy too many times! I said Billy way too many
Alrighty.
times. Okay. Alright, so he looks down and says, "What you got there, kid?" He holds out his hand to take it.
I found a bunch of stuff over by where Koda said.
And Tally's just taking the items out one at a time to hand over to Billy to look at.
So he
Do they
lets you
have any
keep
weird smells?
he lets you keep the candy. But he takes the cards and the purse. He gives them a little sniff, scrunches his nose, and says, "Yep, that's pine scent, all right." I'd bet my bow that this is Holly's. So he opens up the purse and reveals that it is a wallet because there's 20 gold in there and an ID card. He holds it up and says, "Yeah, that's definitely her because it's a tree-like UPAN."
Nice.
Benjamin kind of like sees the gold and just kind of like comes in a little closer.
Miss Toodles said that the guard had her purse, though.
Nah, this looks like a wallet, kid. There's a difference. Girls have them.
Oh. What? Huh. Sammy is very confused. His shading is gray to match the rest of the flashback.
Amazing.
So next he holds up the cards and huffs because he says, "Hey, yeah, this would have been nice to know earlier." On the business cards is a logo featuring a garland encircling the words "Spruce it up" in flowery font. The tagline underneath says to visit if you want to give your home a little life, and there are directions leading to the shop.
Aww.
Well,
Wow.
Koda's nodding his head and says, was a fight. He feels like he deserves this because he was right.
Yep.
Yeah.
So he kind of cuddles the mirror to himself as his spoils. Billy shakes his head and says, "Well, I guess I'll be holding on to this for now." So he pockets the purse with the 20 gold, because you handed it over, like a good child.
Like a good child for once.
For once in your life. And says, "Well, we've confirmed that this fight did happen, or whatever it was. Now we just need to figure out why someone would want to get her. And that leaves our only lead where we were trying to go in the first place. Let's try the hen house again, shall we? Tally, you had a map?"
And Tally proudly shows up, lifts up her map
All right.
before she just immediately starts leading the way.
Thanks, kid. Let's go. And with that, I think we can end
Nice.
this session, unless there's anything else you guys want to say.
No.
All right. I
I
guess
did
that's
completely
it.
forget to say from the very. I did forget to say from the very beginning he was wearing a knife shirt. Benjamin was wearing a knife shirt.
Beautiful.
Nice.
In film noir, black and white, knife shirt.
Nice.
Beautiful. Well, with that disaster of a game that was hilarious, I think it was a success. Everyone, say, oh my God, say goodbye, everyone, and good night.
Bye, y'all.
All right,
night.
bye.